Good morning, dear cadets. So yesterday, as you know, I have started silk, that is another animal fiber, and I started with sericulture. So what is the sericulture? The science of rearing of silk, silkworm for obtaining silk. That is called sericulture. Okay, or you can say it is the branch of science which deals with the rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk. Okay, now there are different, as you know that silk is nothing but a proteinous thread. It is made up of protein. Okay, yesterday only introductory point I have told. Now there are some more information regarding the silk. Then we'll tell you how the silk has been discovered. So many things are there. One by one we'll teach, and we'll teach you the history of silk moth also. So the variety, now question is here, how many types of silks are there? So there are three types of basically silk: tussar silk, munga silk, and kosa silk. Okay, the most common silk moth is the mulberry silk moth. Okay, mulberry silk moth. Silk is obtained from silk moth, that is called caterpillars. Okay, silk moth eats mulberry plants leaf. Silk moth eats mulberry plants leaves. The scientific name of mulberry plant is Morus alba. So just try to understand. Actually, silk is obtained from the insect, that is called mulberry silk moth. What is that one? That is called silk moth, caterpillar. That is the same name. Okay, so it is obtained from one insect, that is called silk moth or caterpillar. Okay, and this insect eat the one plant leaf, that is called mulberry plants. Okay, the scientific name of mulberry plant is Morus alba. That is why cultivation of mulberry plants leaf is called moriculture. What is this one? Just note down one more point. The cultivation of mulberry plant leaves is called the cultivation of mulberry plant leaves is called moriculture. Okay, so these are the preliminary information regarding the silk. Now we'll see how silk was discovered. Okay, so basically China is the largest producer of silk, and silk was discovered in China only. So what is the story behind the discovery of silk? We'll deal with that. Okay, so just see, we'll show you one video. So here goes video for the discovery of silk.
Silk is one of the most prized fabrics in the world. Most people love to wear silk apparels on special and auspicious occasions. Silk is obtained from silkworms, which are cultured on commercial scale to obtain silk. But have you ever wondered that how this fiber was discovered 5,000 years back by the mankind? According to an old Chinese legend, silk was discovered by a Chinese empress. She found some white worms eating up the leaves of the mulberry trees in her garden. She noticed that worms were spinning shiny cocoons around them. She collected some of those cocoons. Accidentally, one of the cocoons dropped into her cup of tea. She noticed that the cocoon was. Afterwards, traders and travelers introduced silk to various parts of the world. Silk was introduced in India about 1900 years ago. The story of its introduction is related to a Chinese princess who married an Indian prince. She was very fond of silk fabric and therefore she brought silkworm eggs to India in her headdress and fed them with the leaves of Indian mulberry trees, initiating the silk production in India. Currently, world's production of silk is estimated to be around 1,25,000 metric tons per year. China holds top position with production of about 80% of the world's silk. India is also a leading producer, accounting for 10% of the world production. India is the world's second largest producer and consumer of silk and its products.
So, okay, just see now sericulture. What is sericulture? Already I taught that one. Okay.
Silk fibers are animal fibers made up of protein.
Okay, your knowledge will be refined.
China leads the world in silk production. India is also ranked among the leading silk producing countries. Silkworms, or caterpillars of silk moth, spin silk fibers. Silk yarn is obtained from the cocoon of the silk moth.
Okay, just see. Silk yarn thread is obtained from the cocoon of the silk moth. Cocoon of the silk moth. Okay, we'll tell you what is the cocoon also.
Tussar silk, mocha silk, kosa silk, etc. are obtained from the cocoons spun by different types of moths. The most common silk moth is the mulberry silk moth.
Already
Silk
you have
fiber
noted.
from the cocoon of this moth is soft, lustrous and elastic and can be dyed in beautiful colors. The scientific name of mulberry is Morus album.
Now we will study about life cycle of silk moth. The female silk moth lays eggs which are hatched to form larvae called caterpillars or silkworms. The silkworm feeds on leaves and grows. It then secretes a fiber made of protein that hardens on exposure to air. This fiber is silk fiber.
Okay, so just see, as you know, the silk is obtained from silk moth. Okay, so there is a life cycle of silk moth. Okay, so just see, the life cycle of silk moth starts from laying of egg by the female silk moth. The female silk moth lays eggs which are hatched to form larva called caterpillar or silkworm. The silkworm feeds on leaves and grows. It then secretes a fiber made of protein that hardens on exposure to air. This fiber is called silk fiber. So as already I told you, silk is basically a protein thread. Okay.
A cocoon is a protective covering that an insect's larva spins around itself. Silky threads are formed when the sticky liquid secreted by the insect to form the cocoon is hardened. The pupa grows and changes inside the cocoon.
Okay, so a cocoon is a protective covering. What is cocoon? Cocoon is a protective covering that an insect's larva spins around itself. Okay, silky threads are formed when the sticky liquid secreted by the insect to form the cocoon is hardened. The pupa grows and changes inside the cocoon. So what is cocoon? Cocoon is nothing but a protective covering that an insect's larva spins around itself. Silky threads are formed when the sticky liquid secreted by the insect to form the cocoon is hardened. The pupa grows and changes inside the cocoon. Okay, so just see, cocoon is nothing but a protective layer. Okay, and inside the cocoon, what is there? Another life stage of silk moth grows, that is called pupa.
After a few weeks, the cocoon opens and an adult moth comes out. Molting is the process in which each larva sheds its skin 4 times. A silk yarn is obtained from the cocoon of the silkworm.
Molting is the process in which each larva sheds its skin 4 times. A silk yarn is obtained from the cocoon of the silkworm. Okay, so these are the what is the molting? It is the process in which each larva shed its skin 4 times, means removal of its outer skin, that is called molting. Snake is also doing the molting. A silk yarn is obtained from the cocoon of the silkworm. Okay.
Let us summarize the life cycle of a silk moth.
See the summary of life cycle of silk moth.
The female silk moth lays eggs on mulberry leaves which are hatched to form caterpillars. The caterpillar covers itself with a silk fiber to form cocoon. This stage is called the pupa stage.
Silk moth in developing stage, pupa, cocoon. Okay, so this is the life cycle of silk moth. You have to draw this diagram, understand this one. Adult silk moth lays eggs on mulberry leaves, just see. Then what is there? These eggs hatch into larva, that is called caterpillar larva. This caterpillar larva forms one protective layer around it, silk thread around the caterpillar. This is only protecting layer. Now this will develop into pupa. So inside the protective layer, this pupa is developing. This is called cocoon stage. What is this one? Cocoon stage. So silk thread around the caterpillar, okay, that is called pupa stage. Please make their diagram. So this is the story of life cycle of silk moth. Okay, now see this video.
Silk is an important fiber. It is obtained from silk moth. The silk moth feeds on fresh mulberry leaves. The female silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time. The larvae hatch from eggs in about 14 days. The larva, called caterpillar or silkworm, eats day and night and increases enormously in size. After 25 to 30 days, the caterpillar stops eating and enters the next stage of its life cycle called pupa. It first weaves a net to hold itself, then it swings its head from side to side. During these movements of the head, caterpillars secrete fiber made of protein. This hardens on exposure to air and becomes silk fiber. Soon the caterpillar completely covers itself by silk fiber. This covering is known as cocoon. Further development of the moth continues inside the cocoon, which grows into silk moth.
So I hope that you understood the life history of silk moth. So okay, just see. So from cocoon, means cocoon we have obtained from life history of silk moth. In cocoon only what is there? Protective covering, that is thread is there. Okay, so just see how can be obtained silk from cocoon. Cocoon is a very important thing. So just see, here I have summarized cocoon to silk. What you will do? First you will do the rearing of silkworms. Everybody knows. And just see, just now I have explained you the life history of silk moth, rearing of silkworm. When you rear the silkworm, that will lay the egg, and after laying the egg, what would be there? It will develop the protective layer around it, that is cocoon stage. Inside the cocoon, what is there? Pupa will develop. Okay, so that is the rearing of silkworm I have explained. Next one is processing of silk. Now just see, cocoon only obtained. And now how it will be processed? Just see, the pile of cocoon is used for obtaining silk fiber. The cocoon are kept under the sun, are boiled, are exposed to steam. Just see, in processing of silk, what we are doing? We are collecting the cocoon and now it is exposed to the steam, or it should be kept under sun, or boiled it. So when it is boiled, what would be there? What would be there? Thread will come out. Okay, so that thread which is coming out, that is called reeling, means taking out thread from the cocoon. That process is called reeling. So just see here, the process of taking out threads from the cocoon for use as a silk is called reeling. Reeling is done in special machines. So just see, once you process the cocoon, means you boiled it or exposed to the sun or steam, then what is there? Those thread will come out. Those thread will come out. When those thread will come out, then what would be there? What would be there? That process name would be reeling. The process of taking out thread from the cocoon for use as a silk, reeling is done under special machines. Now just see. Now thread is removed. Thread is taken out. So that spinning should be there. And last year spinning you have seen. You have studied. So that silk fibers, they would be spun. Okay, and after spinning, what is there? After spun, what should be there? They should be wave, and that can be used for cloth purpose or some other purpose. So this is the entire process of obtaining silk from silk moth. So silk moth is basically insect that only produce the silk. Okay, and silk is nothing but a proteinous thread. Okay, that is one type of protective layer which is developed around the caterpillar larva, and that is called cocoon. Okay, so this is all about the life history of silk moth, processing of silk moth, and spinning of silk moth, and weaving. In this way your chapter is also completely completed. Okay, now we'll give you some question answers. So okay dear cadets, just note down this question. The last question is, what is the scientific name of mulberry plant? Okay, mulberry plant. So these are the questions. The first question is very important. Explain the life history of silk moth with diagram. So just see, all life stages one by one you have to write. In the video it is there. Written explanation is also there. Diagram is also there. Same thing you should write. Okay, step by step. Write different variety of silk. Okay, Munga, Tussar, Mulberry. These you should write. Name most common silk moth. Mulberry silk moth. What do you mean by reeling the silk? So taking out thread from the cocoon, that is called reeling of the silk. Okay, what is cocoon? So cocoon is nothing but a protective layer around the caterpillar which exposed to the air and get hardened. Inside the cocoon, pupa stage is developed. Now you can write their answer. How silk is processed? So just see, cocoon is obtained from the life history of silk moth, and that is exposed to the sun, or it boiled, or it should be kept in the steam. Then what is there? Those threads will come out. That is only called the processing of silk. What is the scientific name of mulberry plant? Morus alba. So these are the some of the questions. You should write it. Okay. And I hope that you are understanding this one. If you are not understanding anything, you can ask your doubts. WhatsApp number is with you. Okay, and just please keep writing. And this chapter is also completely completed. Now NCERT exercise is left. So most probably tomorrow I will complete their NCERT exercise also. Okay, and just see, already I spoke about the syllabus of first monthly test. And first two chapters are there. Means this fiber to fabric, this will not come into your exam, but I have to complete the syllabus. That is why we have to speed up, and I hope that you are understanding my problem. Okay, so tomorrow I will complete the NCERT exercise of this chapter. Thank you.